It's day 344.
Of the 29th year and beyond. Well, today was a very busy day. We had a celebration for Amber and Zoe,
Yes.
getting them off to school. It's called a trunk party.
Yes.
And we had a lot of family members over and friends. And I just want to say thank you to everybody that came out and celebrated them and really, really appreciated it. And we have been working really hard to get this pulled together, working a lot in the yard. And just like you were talking about working in the yard, I started thinking about the grass is always greener, seems always greener on the other side. And every time you say that, I kept thinking, but is it really green?
It is. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't have weeds.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I remember you saying that you knew one weed you could spot was crabgrass.
Very easily, but how other weeds were quite deceptive because they could blend in, they could look beautiful, they could look like other plants, they could look like flowers. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I thought my mom always says the saying, a heap seeds with a few knows. And I thought, if you go look at somebody's grass that looks perfect, I bet you could find probably some kind of weed in there.
If not some kind of weed, some kind of imperfection because there is no perfect lawn, just like there is no perfect marriage.
Exactly, and that's what I wanted to sort of highlight today. That there is no perfect marriage, and even though you can work in there's always going to be something. There things just come up. I mean, unfortunately, the way that life is, I mean, nothing is perfection.
But just because there's not a quote unquote perfect marriage doesn't mean that you shouldn't lean in that direction.
Exactly.
Work towards perfection.
Mm-hmm.
And perfection, not as I guess the world would understand it, but from a biblical perspective, perfection is about maturity.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about maturing. And so, in your relationship, you should always be striving to mature. The grass looking greener, definitely, even if you have a few weeds that are kind of like hidden, it's a much richer, healthier experience than a lawn with a bunch of bald spots and dead grass because nothing is being done or overgrown with weeds.
But I mean,
So
really,
you do the work.
but really, the old adage, "the grass seems greener on the other side," really speaks to the fact that it seems greener, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, or it
Doesn't
may
have
not.
to be.
Right, and so with that, you have to look at the imperfections in grass, just like you look at imperfections in a marriage, and people have to be realistic about what that entails. I mean, regardless of people say, "Oh, you really can't be that happy," it just has to be fake. They talk just being fake. People say that to us all the time. It can't be real. You really can't. No,
But you can.
But you can. I really do love
Because
this guy.
you make up your mind to enjoy the journey. You make up your mind to not succumb to the
Right.
challenges, the stresses, but overcome. And but again, for me, it's just marriage is just like employment, whereas selection is key.
Right.
Having the right person in the right position.
Right.
That's what's key, the selection process.
Right.
So if you don't start with a good selection, then
Okay, so good selection. Just like you said, it's the same thing with grass because not every grass grows everywhere.
that's right.
And so if you're in an area where you have a whole lot of sun, you don't want to put a grass that loves shade and that requires shade.
Absolutely.
Because it's going to burn up.
You need to know your grass just like you need to know your mate.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And so it's the same thing with the crabgrass. The crabgrass grows where there's weak and it's not nourished. And, that's where crabgrass comes up. It just doesn't pop up when it's really healthy and strong. There's a weakness in there. And that's how marriage is. If there's a weakness in your marriage,
The weeds will find its
yes,
way in.
it will find its way in. And sometimes it can overtake your lawn or your marriage. And so with that, you really have to always be working and striving. Just like we had to work and strive to pull this party together today, you have to work and strive in a marriage to make it work. It's nothing that comes easy. I mean, there are days, yes, like I tell people all the time, yeah, there are days I want to choke my mate, but I haven't yet. Really? But I haven't yet. I mean, he's still here 20.
No, notice the yet, which means the possibility is still there.
Okay, I'm just being honest. Anything can happen. But, so like a lawn, and it may seem green on the other side. So when people are talking about, well, I'm just going to leave and I'm going to, find me somebody else. Remember, it may look green and sunny and perfect over there. But when you start looking, get that magnifying glass out and start looking before you start jumping over to the other side and see what's over there. Because I think And I promise you, you're going to find some crabgrass.
Until tomorrow, if the Lord says the same.
Bye.